When it comes to sales and business, what is breakage and why does it matter to you? This is an important question. I'm Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Maui. I'm in Hawaii on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. Now, breakage inside of an organization is where something goes wrong, where you're supposed to meet with a client or a buyer, something's supposed to be said, something's supposed to be done, and it doesn't happen. And this happens in the sales process, and this happens in business in general. What I wanted to do is I wanted to show you a process that I put together for one of the clients that I'm working with out here in Hawaii for what's going on with them and how they can get better. And I did this very easily with them. I did it with Post-it notes and highlighters. You could do this super high tech or you could do this low tech, but I want to at least give you, the steps and the process of how to figure this out so that you could stop the breakage in your sales process, so that you can stop the breakage in your business and be very profitable, because that's the key to business, having profits. And the real thing is to have the conversation about what's going right and what's going wrong. Everybody always wants to talk about what's going right, but they don't always want to talk about what's going wrong, because if they have that conversation, they have to admit that there's a problem. And admitting you have a problem is probably one of the best things you could do, especially if you're paying somebody to help you solve those problems. So here's what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna flip my camera around and I'm gonna show you the angle from the table, right? And we'll go from there. And if you're looking over my shoulder, you can see some trees and some cool stuff out there. So what you're looking at is the way that I've put everything together, and starting on this edge of the table right here is the initial contact with the company, then everything that could happen up until the point where the service starts, up until all the way to the end until cancellations. So this process took about 2 hours today. That would be my laptop right there. It took about 2 hours today to go through and do this and get it all straightened out. I would give you all the details, but somebody paid me to do this, so I'm not going to give them all your information, give you all their information, and we'll go from there. Okay, so what you're going to find in this process is there's plenty of people who want to talk about where things go right and where everything's fantastic and where everything's good, but what they don't want to talk about is where the breakage is, where the problems go wrong. And all those points of breakage are very costly to a business. They're very costly to an organization. And most people want to bury their heads in the sand and go, well, it's not happening. It's not a problem. It's not an issue. I don't need to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. But if you've acquired a customer or you've acquired a lead and you can pinpoint where you're losing that person and where you're losing the deal, that's very profitable for you because you've already spent the money. So anywhere that you can locate breakage and anywhere that you can fix it with scripting processes that are very easy to follow, it'll help you out. There you go. So you got one thing to do from here, just one thing. Find the subscribe button, click on it every time I send out a video. You're going to get an update from Scott Bell Consultant from probably a cool location. Today I'm in Maui. We'll see you soon. Thanks for dropping by. Aloha.